Hello students, this is lesson U1A00d. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to say I can write the equation of a line. So in this lesson, I'm actually going to go through how or what ways we have to write the equation of a line, and then in separate videos following this, I am going to go through some exercises on how we can go through writing the equation of a line given different permutations of information presented to us. So different situations, like how do we react to that, and how do we interpret the information and write the equation of a line that way. So let's take a look. So suppose you were given a graph of a line on a coordinate grid, and it passes through these various points here. And you're asked to describe all the different points on this line, okay, where if you know the x-coordinate on a line, you can then generate the y-coordinate, or vice versa. If you know a y-coordinate, you can then generate the x-coordinate. The goal is to be able to describe points on this line anywhere, okay? So in order for us to accomplish this, okay, we can observe that these points, that the line actually passes through very, very specific points that we can actually pinpoint. The one that I labeled x comma y, that's a little harder, okay? So in order for us to describe this line, there are a couple of techniques that we have, there are a couple of tools that we have. And I'm going to go through this a little quickly because having gone through geometry and Algebra 1, this isn't anything new to you, okay? One of the techniques that we have in describing a line on a coordinate grid, okay, is we can describe how much incline it has. And this incline, okay, mathematically is referred to as the slope of the line, okay? So the slope of the line, so the slope of the line is the incline of the line. And I'm going to write incline. Okay, so the slope of the line is the incline of a line. And it can be described as change in y over change in x. Other forms representing this formula can also be expressed as y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That is the slope of a line. Typically, the letter used to describe the slope is given by the letter m. I don't know why, but that's typically the letter that's used to represent the slope of a line. A couple of things that you should be aware of, okay, involving this is you can have slope of different range values, okay? So a horizontal line will have 0 slope. So let's think about that and, ask yourself why that's the case. So if I have a horizontal line, so let's say it's something like this. Actually, let me draw that a little better. So let's say if I have a horizontal line like so, okay, this would imply, okay, that there's absolutely no change in y's whatsoever. If you look at this, right, all of these coordinates on the line, okay, all the y coordinates are going to be the same. So because of that, we say that there is 0 slope, because 0 divided by some change in x, that will always be 0. Okay? Similarly, vertical lines have undefined slope. So how does that look? So a vertical line, okay, and I want to draw that over here. A vertical line, okay, may look something like this. So if you look at all the points that are on this line, all the points that are on that line, all the x coordinates on that line is going to be the same. So there's no change in x. Because there's no change in x, okay, we are, according to the slope formula here, because there's no change in x, we are going to be dividing by 0. And when we divide by 0, what happens? Well, from your early days of studying mathematics, we cannot divide by 0. Because we cannot divide by 0, we say then, therefore, that there is undefined slope, or that there is no slope, okay? And then other things that we can talk about, lines that are inclined in this manner, okay? We refer to this as lines having positive slope. This is positive slope. Okay? Lines going in this direction will have negative slope. Okay? All right, so that's slope for you. And how do we write the equation of a line? So writing the equation of a line, actually, there are 3 different ways, okay? And again, I'm going to go through this a little quickly because this isn't the first time that you're seeing this, having gone through geometry and algebra. So y is equal to mx plus b. We refer to this as the equation of a line in slope-intercept form. Where, again, m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So what this is saying is, okay, if you know the y-intercept, okay, and you know the slope, okay, we can then write the equation using these 2 points, using these 2 facts. And again, in the next video, I'm going to go through the details of how we can apply this, okay, in actual problem solving, okay. I'm just going to go through, again, all the information that you need. The second way of writing the equation of line looks like this. And this is point slope form of a line. And again, m is equal to slope, and x1 comma y1 is some point on the line. This is some point on the line, okay? Technically, these two are actually really, really similar. If you think about this, right, the y-intercept, this point right here, the y-intercept is a point, okay? The y-intercept, the x-coordinate is 0, and the y-coordinate, well, that's just b, okay? So you can think of, okay, the second equation I wrote here, the point-slope form of a line, as a more general way of writing slope-intercept form of a line. Okay, where x1 is 0 for slope-intercept form, and y1 is your y-intercept. And then the third form for writing the equation of a line looks like this. Okay, this is called standard form. So the standard form of a line, okay, it's not as useful as when it comes to graphing or when it comes to describing the x and y points on the line. However, there are other applications involved, okay, which I am not going to get into in this video. However, this other form you should definitely be aware of and know how to manipulate certain things. Let's say identifying what the slope is, you'll have to isolate the y variable here to identify what the slope is. But anyway, we'll get into the details of that in the next video. And then, so these are the three ways in which we can write the equation of a line. When we're writing the equation of, let's say, a horizontal line, so to write the equation of a horizontal line, what we do is we say it's y is equal to k, okay, where k is the y coordinate that the horizontal line passes through, where k is the y coordinate the line passes through. K is the y coordinate the horizontal line passes through. And vertical line is x equal to h, okay? Where h is the x coordinate the vertical line passes. So here's all the information again, and I'm actually going to move this so it's in one screen, where we can just take one giant screenshot and have it. So this is all the information here. And the most important piece is, well, all of this information is important, okay? But writing the equation of a line, so I'm just going to box that in. This is how we write vertical and horizontal lines. This is the equation of slope. And these are concepts related to slope. What is positive? What is negative? What is undefined? What is zero? Okay, so these are the four main concepts related to lines. See you in the next video.